Hello, everyone. Now we are done with our Western political thought. So, congratulations. I hope by now you are extremely through with that, through and thorough. If you're not, then it is completely your fault, to be very honest. Because I have asked you to give me answers, you have not. You could have written a lot, you have not. And I have tried. Okay, ठीक है. Anyhow, don't worry. Those who have not done Western political thought understand you might be facing problem with whole of political science because your logic develops there only. Now you will be confused forever. If there is a concept called liberalism, this is an ideology. Ideology won't come अचानक से, sudden. It will keep on developing. ठीक है? And there must be a mass phenomena, a thought of those time that might be influencing it. You could not have talked about a, let's say, decentralized governance in an Arab world. Even now you cannot in Saudi Arabia because the thought culture is not like that there. The thought, mass, कॉमन सेंस वाली बात जो चल रहा है, मेजर चीज, सोच, सामाजिक सोच. ठीक है. So see whatever you have missed in Western political thought, be through with this because now, as I told you, paper 1, paper 2, part A, part B, part A, part B. The majority of time that we are going to spend is in this, and let's say comparative. Iska not much, but let's say this only is the part where I will be giving most of the input. ठीक है? I will not be giving most of the input here or here because these are not something that can be taught in 1 day or 2 day. Part B requires your efforts, not mine. IR. ठीक है? अब daily current events, whatever is happening in the world, I am not going to tell you every day. You will have to do. So I have asked you कि भाई daily give 20 minutes for IR section. It will take you approximately 4 to 6 months to get a clear picture कि what is going on in the world. You will not be able to understand everything, the politics of the world. If climate change is there, understand it is also politics. How is it? So for that you have to keep on reading, but I don't know if you guys read or not. Reading will change you, transform you. You have to read good material. You should be following, as I have told you, magazine Diplomat. ठीक है, monthly magazine. It is based on South Asia politics. Then there is World Political Review. ठीक है, this you should follow, this you should follow. I do. ठीक है, even now I am doing, and it should be your habit even after your selection. ठीक है. Plus the process can take 2 to 3 to 4 years, you never know. ठीक है. So more, you cannot beat a person who has read more than you. That this is obvious thing, and not about syllabus or same thing. At least in this regard, you have to have a good understanding. And trust me, no faculty can help you in this. No one. They can make your base. They can make your base. They will not be able to help you with your superstructure. That you have to develop yourself. That requires constant effort, daily efforts, daily 20 minutes. If you cannot do that, then no issue. Good thing for others, I guess. Less competition for them. Then this part is part B. And trust me, only this is political science, only this is political science. Rest is just pure GS type thing. You just have to get a habit of understanding or writing in the way of political science, what political science paper require. ठीक है. Now obviously we will go through part B, but it will be very quick. Obviously, Indian national movement, freedom struggle, constituent assembly, how did that work, what were the arguments in the constituent assembly, why we are going to study constituent assembly में arguments, because we have to write an answer, and we will not be giving our opinion. We will use कि भाई सी constituent assembly में बी आर अम्बेडकर said this said that. This will all work only when you know what theories are there. See, the whole of political science deals with nothing. State, society, man. और क्या होता है स्टेट में, तुम ले लो गवर्नमेंट इज देयर. बस you are just seeing relations. How is this working? What do you read in computer science or information technology? Client, server, database. This is the only thing that you do in that. How are they communicating with each other? Same thing. How do people have a relation with society? State has relation with society, society has with man. What are the interlinking elements that government try to do? Government is what? Some party will form government, so party becomes important factor. What is party? Party is part of society. How it tries to influence society, how it tries to influence man, how it tries to influence the state, being in opposition or being in power. This is only, you try to imagine, try to make a imaginative picture how everything is working. That is why in the polity section, those who are in Siddha, that is why I lay emphasis on imagining things. That is why I call this as one organism, animal. If you treat it like this, then you will understand how it can expand, it can have attack from here or this part. This is like neck. ठीक है. What does a man try to do? Do a job, get more money, be happy. Same thing. This is called human growth. What is this called? GDP, whatever growth is there. 8%, 7%, now forecasted 6.6%. Growth of India is that this organism is doing good. Sum total, summation. Inclusive when we see, so it means going into this portion. Are people also good? So we divide GDP by population. We get the per capita, whatever is there. Not much, I guess. So lower income state you are, you imagine how to take it further. You invest. How does a man get bigger job? Education, he does MBA, he does MS. Same thing, you invest. Here, obviously, you cannot teach India, you can teach people. Invest in education, invest in infrastructure. More roads, more connectivity, more people will do traveling. More people travel, more they will see कि अरे यहाँ पे संतरा है, यहाँ सेब है, बेचो यहाँ से वहाँ. More trade. Business means solving problem. More problem solving means more life is better. Human life is better. Problem solving is business, so business is good for human life. ठीक है. So try to do this. Anyhow, now be ready. We are not going to. Okay, चलो मैं कहता तो हूँ, but always I try to go in too much depth. But because your replies are not good enough anytime, not all are active, most are lagging. So obviously I also lack motivation. Can I take longer classes like 3 hour 2 hour. ठीक है, even though I am still doing it, but I don't think it can retain. ठीक है, teaching is interactive. Teaching is an interactive phenomena. I am not teaching myself. I have done a rigor to amass these concepts. I am helping you, but I can only help you if you ask for help. ठीक है, automatically I will not get dreams कि okay I should be explaining you this or explaining you this or that. Only this one P Chaudhary, this one person is always having queries and all. Others do not. But ठीक है, what can I do? Anyhow, we are going to move forward with political ideologies. Earlier I thought that Indian political thought I can do, but मन नहीं है उसका भी. इंडियन एक साथ ही करेंगे सारा. So what is ideology? Keyword idea. When we are talking about idea of what it is not about what it is about how it is, how it should be, how it should be. Question is it. What are we talking about? What is it? World. How the world should be like. ठीक है, what is the world view? See, you all are person and you all have a theory in your mind how world, what your view of the world is. Let's say if this is a person and he is thinking that bhai, I have such a tough life, i I have family issues, I have recent breakup, everything is going on with me only, me. ठीक है, I am the most stressed person in the world. What is this? This is a self view. ठीक है, now you are thinking that the world is working so that world is like this only. You have made up your mind. This is your viewpoint. Understand, you do not know the other person. The other person is also having worst issues than you, but the thing is that you do not know about it because the other person chose to deal with their matter themselves. ठीक है, if you see Big Boss, you see what Rashmi or others are doing constantly. This happened to me, this happened to me. It is not about you. You only are worried about you. Nobody else is. So why should you be? You are not living in reality. You are living in a view that you have made for yourself, and this will impact your growth, what you will achieve in life, what opportunities you can gather. If a person is thinking he is weak, won't be able to understand things, he won't be successful ever because he will always get fear कि भाई I am too very weak, I have not been successful, maybe this is what is written for me. Understand, every view is wrong. Every view is wrong. They are not true. They are just view. It has no right or wrong. It is just view. Nothing is there. Either I can be in agreement with what you think or I can be in disagreement. If I agree and only we two are there in the world, then obviously your view becomes reality because I also believe what you are saying. Now it becomes reality. ठीक है? What do we care if this is gold or this is iron? Let's say this is gold and this is iron. But let's say we meet a society where they have words iron for this and gold for this. Now we will say कि भैया they are wrong, this is iron, this is gold, and this is iron. But they will say no, this is iron, this is gold. Both are correct यार. उनकी language, in their language they are saying this is iron. They are right. They are not in agreement, they are not sharing the same view. It is not that they are wrong, this one is wrong or this one is wrong. Both are wrong, right, technically, in their world. Problem happens when they start saying that bhaiya no, my terminology is right. Technically this is not a issue to fight upon. It is just that you have to be right. You have a need कि भाई you are right. For whatever reason you have this need. This is where clashes happen. Now maybe this person will, what was I saying? Yes, you have a need that you have to be right, and that will lead to clashes. Now what can happen is that this person might convince कि भाई see, this is gold only and this is iron only. There is nothing in name. Understand? Utility में no impact will be there. You will not be using this material for building car. You will be making car from this material only in both the societies. But they have a random made up issue, and they will give some justification why this should be iron and why this should be gold. What is there in name? You call me Aditya, or you call me sir, or you call me, my friends call me very, let's not say, like how friends talk. I have no issue. I know I am being called. What is there in a name? But when you work on a level, not as human, but as a nation, sometimes you get this need to be right, to show your dominance. You see, my worldview is the best. Maybe because in your view, because of your view, you are getting some kind of support or help or incentive. What is the need for a person in Big Boss to talk about what happened to him in his childhood, or let's say anything? I have been through so much trouble. I have, everybody has had a journey in this life. What is your need to tell how life was so tough on you? Life is so tough. I have had so much trouble. Why? You just want us to accept that your view is true so that you feel good about yourself कि हाँ, वाकई में life was tough on me and I am very special. Every person is trying to feel unique and special. Special in the sense of love too, that I am very good, I am lovable. But special in this sense too, that I am the Savitri of the world. Everything is being done to me. Nobody is doing anything to you. This is a victim mentality. What is the need? Because it will help you. It will help you build your confidence कि हाँ चलो फिर ठीक है, I am unique, special. That's it, nothing else. Same thing happened when you deal at a level of nations. Obviously, nation does not feel. Nation is a made up thing. Sorry, I'm talking about nation state only. But your ideology can help you. How? It can help you mobilize masses. People will follow some ideology you have given. Let's say, okay, for 4,000 years, this land is a land of Hindus. Oh, this ideology. He also agree. He also agree. He also agree. He also agree. Why are you agreeing? Because this ideology is making you feel very special or unique. It is giving you some kind of plus point. It is giving you. That is why you want to believe in that ideology. Nothing else. It does not matter. Similarly, there are some economic ideologies, political ideologies. Let's say this is a black hole. This is a black hole. Now, and this is, let's say, gargantua. You cannot you cannot pass this and reach here. I think you might know this. And if this is sun and this is earth, so obviously what radius will be gm by c square. C की value is too big. ठीक है. Now mass, you think of this black hole. Let's say कि sun का 10 times. So g 10 earth का size ले लो. C square. Still this value is so big that radius will be small only. This radius will be very very small. Now mass is just E is equal to mc square. So mass को you can write in energy की form. Mass is just energy. What I am trying to explain you, that this concept, even though scientific, is not truly accepted. There are other also. Let's say there is string theory that will explain in some manner how particle physics work. Then there is M theory, which will try to unify your quantum mechanics and your, let's say, quantum field theory, gravity, or let's say relativity, plus your, let's say, even your Maxwell equations, Maxwell field equations. This is one way. Here you have 10 dimensions, here you have some multiple dimension, I don't know, 12, 10. Same thing you are trying to explain for different. Now the physics world will be obviously in divided. Somebody is supporting this, somebody is working on this, somebody is working on this. But at least they are not fighting. At least they are constructive. At least what they try to do is to know the actual truth. But even the actual truth will only be subjective in nature. ठीक है. According to you, for 400 300 years, Newton's laws of motion were very very accurate. But those same laws of motion do not work when your speed increases, when your velocity increases to light speed 10 to the power 8 के factors पे. So it does not work. So your Newton's equation also fails. That is why you had to develop new kind of mechanics, quantum mechanics, that works at the level of neutron, proton, electron, and there the rules are completely different. According to the rules of quantum mechanics, technically you can say that if this is a wall, and let's say this is a ball, and you throw it to the wall, then it is 50-50% chances that the ball will move through the through 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 the wall, just like Harry Potter did with that train. When he wants to go to Hogwarts Express, station number 9.5, walks directly into the wall. It is 50-50% possible, and technically it is true. If you can live for, let's say, approximately 10 billion years, then suddenly what will happen is you will vanish and you will just any place in the universe, maybe Jupiter, you will be. You will, from here, you will just appear there. Technically, this happens. But these and this are not in harmony. They are explaining the same thing but very different conclusions, very different things they are talking about, but talking about the same subject matter. You will want to align them together, because what is the other way? Okay, you say this is wrong or this is wrong. Arey, both are working. This is helping your, let's say, proton, neutron, electron level pe, string level pe, even your quarks or bosons level. They are helping quantum mechanics. Your wave physics, that also it is helping. Newton is very good. Newton laws are very good in explaining big masses, movement of earth, movement of a car, movement of a body, movement of a ball, movement of a rock. They are also valid. Conservation of energy, conservation of momentum, action reaction, inertia, all are applicable. We fly an aeroplane because of those laws. That and Bernoulli principle. But they are also part of mechanics, physical mechanics. This is quantum mechanics. Nowhere in the science we see somebody saying that this is completely wrong and only this is right, because that is not what science want. Science want to know the actual truth. In ideologies the same concept is there, but here we do not want to know the truth. We just want you to believe in what we want to believe, because what our belief is is for our favor, so real that you also believe, so that I can benefit. That's it. It has come into your vote bank politics also. How? Array, if I'm saying कि भैया I will help OBC, I am a, so identity card I am also playing. But if I come and say Hindutva, we are Hindu, तो Hindu में तो OBC also come, SC also come, general also come. Ideology politics, it is helping. America first. What is there? Or even your World Trade Organization, or let's say free trade, open markets. So where are you? Why America first? Why? That time you were saying free trade, World Trade Organization, etc. etc. Now you are saying America first, closing up your borders, putting up tariff. Here you were saying low tariff, low barriers. Now you are saying putting up tariff on us, everyone. Why? Because that time your ideology of globalization, etc. etc. were favoring you, were helping you. Now you see that that same ideology is favoring China. And if that continues, China will become bigger than you, potential threat. So you want, let's go away, move away from that ideology. Now, different kind, protectionist approach you have favored now, because that will help you. That will help you not in the sense that you will raise more, you can contain China. More the world is free, more China will develop, because China is world ka supermarket. Everything, every glass, every bottle, every Tupperware that you see in the whole wide world is made in China. Everything that you see in the whole wide world, anything, thing is made in China. What do? You to just provide security. There, you are just a big nation. You are Shera, Salman Khan's bodyguard. Countries pay you like Japan. Japan do not maintain a very strong army, right? Article 9 in their constitution. Forbidden war. So how do they maintain security? They pay USA so that they keep some army men there. Basically, you are security provider. You know how in colonies security guards are provided by some agent who keeps lot of security guards. Same thing you do. Saudi Arabia, ठीक है? You take money, you provide security. This only you do, nothing else. I take too much time explaining things, but I want you to understand. See, most of the time the words are not clear. If you understand words, everything becomes clear. So let's try to see ideology very simply. You can say ideology is just means of mobilizing masses. What is masses? People. Gandhi or Indian national movement, Gandhi gave na random चीजें. How? First you have to look scientific. You want to be seen by people as being scientific, because scientific, as I just showed you, science really want to talk about truth. It actually want, it do not want to झूठ मूठ में, it won't do putting someone down or negate someone without any reason. There must be some definite cause or justification for it. So science is always about reason. So you do some scientific research. You say कि भाई this white man murder is boring. This is not actually true. Then you say कि भैया, now you forward your ideology of satyagraha, your non-violence, ठीक है? Your, what is there now? Ahimsa, same cheese, non-violence, peace, whatever those values are. You see what is popular nowadays. Let's say if I'm a businessman, what will I want to sell so that more people will come to me? Momos, bhai. Gone are the days when students wanted to eat golgappe, pani puri. If I want to set up a business, I will set up a business of momos, not golgappe, because this will bring me more customers. What was Gandhi selling? Ideology. Indian people obviously won't go for, Indian people culture also impacts a lot. Indian people are not like you say, कह रहे killing is normal, सब हरामी है. Not like that. Indian people are like, every person is a very good person, every person is God person, not God, God G. ठीक है? But because we respect everyone, in any nation have you seen anyone talking that this is Samuel Jackson? No, but here Salman Ji. अरे भैया, he has killed people, he has killed deer. ठीक है, ठीक है, but whatever works, this is culture. So obviously it was better to make people understand non-violent, non, yeah. So everybody was like, oh, Gandhi, Gandhi, Gandhi. It was easy. He was selling them what they wanted. What? Freedom. They were looking for freedom. He was selling them freedom. Ideology. People in India feeling very alienated. BJP is providing them what they want. They are providing them an identity, a bigger identity in the world. For too long, people of India were mistreated, colonized. It makes a nation as a whole, उसका status very, let's say उसका मनोबल काफी गिर जाता है. You are providing them a feeling of pride. You are selling them this with your ideology. We'll do that later. Let's try to see once to make it more clear why you want to mobilize masses, how you do that. So let's see. We have seen in Plato and every Plato, Aristotle, that time Greece was a republic. What was going on? Reason was the prevalent form of thinking or taking decision. That was a time when ideology of idealism was very much favored. Idealism, world of ideas, ought to be. Ought to be when you talk about then only some new change you will bring. Republic and everything. People were reasonable. Reasonable person will only understand na what ought to be. A rickshawala won't understand what ought to be is. He does not have reason according to them. तभी तो he is a rickshawala. Reason होता तो you must have took a better job. Then we see a change in ideology and religion came. Religion. So the prevalent ideologies were divine rights of king, divine right theory, medieval Europe, even your Islamic world, if you think it was caliphate only, Khalifa, and his caliphates was ruling in Turkey, Ottoman, but usi ka extension, let's say these are slaves or people who follow this Khalifa and they come here and they start ruling this nation called India. Now, obviously, automatically, this region also becomes Khilafat ka part, Khalifa ka part. Now, this person cannot become Khalifa, na? Because already there is a Khalifa and he is his slave, keh lo, ya whatever you want to say. So, what will he say? That I am a governor of Khalifa. Who I am? Sultan. Sultan are those who are ruling in name of Khalifa. So, the order is God, then Khalifa, then Sultan. But then a new breed came, Babar, and they changed that. Not Sultan, not Khalifa. God, then me. I am Badshah. If he is Shah, I am uske baad. I am Badshah. Shah is God. See, change. Why are people following this person, Sultan? Because people say, Arey, he is Khalifa. Khalifa ka, let's say, right hand. Sultan. Why do you give so much respect to a IAS officer? Something must be there, na? A person just one day, let's say, you are giving him abuses, next day after the result you are saying, Arey, sir, sir, sir. Why? Credibility. You have legitimized, yeah, okay, he has cleared that exam. That must mean something. So here, sir, and here, no, sir. More like, चल बे, ठीक है? Here, no, sir, you first. Why? You legitimize, you give some kind of approval कि हाँ, now you are worthy of our respect. You have every different kind of fundas for that. So divine right of king में, obviously one person if is ruling, you need to be in a position where you are thinking that king has some kind of right that he has taken from God, that God has given him that power. Obviously, you are not using your reason. If you use your reason, you will know that this is very, very utter bullshit. That is why reason when was being used in the times of idealism, republic, जैसे ही रीजन गायब हो गया रिलीजन आ गया. Random divine rights of king. Then obviously somebody, क्योंकि king है, king will obviously will do something, take somebody's or do something with somebody that is very not human behavior. You are not saying that God has not given you power. You are saying that God has created me too also. How can you do this to me? So you talk about natural rights. You started talking about natural rights. This is modern times. This was medieval time. This was ancient time. Now, modern times may natural rights. This logic that God has created me also. How can you do this to me? Let's say taking my land or killing me without reason because I laughed at you or anything. You have power, authority, but remember, authority, violence. Authority can only do violence. A rickshaw wala won't do violence with you. He will do battamizi. Authority will do violence because you cannot do anything to authority. See how thinking is developing. Now you have developed this logic. Kare, God has created me. God has given you power. So can you really kill me and do anything that you want? I am being created by God only. What you have just done? Applied reason again. And with that reason, you talk that by natural right I have. You cannot do anything that you want. I am also God's creation. Modern times. Then, because now you have security somewhat. कि हाँ भाई, I am तो secure. King cannot do anything to me. Now what will you do? Now you will start to think more and you will say कि भाई, why this king? Why cannot I be king? I also should be king. So you saw that भाई ruling is boring. What is very interesting is being in a position of luxury. कि भाई, I am also enjoying the world. What will I talk about? I will start talking about individualism. Individualism, man is everything, man is before everything, man is even before society. Then, when man is before society, that means you do not need to worry too much about what happens to society. I need to get car, let's get small kids, and I will cut their hands and I will make them sit near a red light. Let's multiply 1 with 30. So 30 small kids I need. I will make them sit near a red light. They will beg every day 700 per person. Into 30, 7 threes are 21. 21,000 daily income. Makes sense. But पीटेंगे लोग. What do I do? I need to move forward. I can say that bhai utilitarian man is selfish in nature. Do what gives him pleasure. Do not do what gives him pain. Profit seeking. This will be the next step. Then you are seeing that why too much people are doing this. Every child is like doing child labor, everything, polluting, everything. You are making the society worse and worse. Pig's philosophy. Here, not even a human. Arre, what do I do? What do I do? I have amassed so much wealth making these small children beg for at red light. This is a hypothetical thing. ठीक है. But I have 50 crore. What do I do now? People are saying कि अरे ये what do I do now? So let's do one thing. Let's give something back. I will take 1 crore and I will just make a big check, and in a TV show, let's say IFA Awards, I will go and say by wearing a Being Human t-shirt, I will wear a Being Human t-shirt and I will give this 1 crore check to charity. Charity for job employment, education. In fact, I will give it for handicapped children. Lol. Handicapped children. I am the one who amassed this wealth by breaking people's hand, children's hand, making them sit in red light. But I will be giving charity for handicapped children and I will be absolved of my crimes, है ना? ऐसे ही तो होता है सलमान खान. ड्राइविंग ड्रंक, किलिंग पीपल ऑन फुटपाथ, बिकॉज सही बात है, फुटपाथ तो तुमने तुम्हारे लिए गाड़ी के लिए बनाया है, आदमी थोड़ी सो सकता है वहाँ, उसको घर थोड़ी दिया था, पर तुमने अपने लिए फुटपाथ बना ली, उसके लिए घर नहीं है। ठीक है, किलिंग डियर, बट ऑब्वियसली यू आर नॉट, है ना, बट यू आर अ ह्यूमन बिकॉज यू वियर द टी शर्ट एंड यू आर भाई apparently, maybe that's why you are not married. ठीक है, but what do we do, what do we call this, we call this socialism. I will be feeling so disgusted by the things that are going on that I will have to change. I am doing the same thing, I am yet drinking and driving, but now not in front of you, maybe छुप छुप के, in front of you I will be just a भाई, अपना भाई, सबका भाई, सलमान भाई. Now as socialism will become the norm, as socialism will become the norm, you will feel like, "Arey bhai, everything people are getting benefit by everyone. The state is providing security to you for your education, health, everyone. Welfare state. But how will I get so much money? Pension, we have stopped. Why? Because our demographics are changing. Those things, these elements were important when lot of too much. Now, welfare state. Now, welfare state is same thing. See, always things will work in cycles. A, B, A, B. Like this, it will work. Sorry, guys. Calls are coming. I don't know why. Three times I paused. I don't know. Let's. ठीक है, क्या था? Flow बिगड़ जाता है यार ऐसे. So what was I saying? A, B, same thing will keep on going on forever and forever. Decentralized, centralized, decentralized, centralized. Globalization, if you see, protectionist, globalized, protectionist, globalized. Old, new. Same thing will keep on going on. Pehle you will say कि things are too old, too things are too traditional. Then you will say modern, modern, modern. Then you will say too new, everything is too new. Let's go back to old ways. Then you will go back to old ways. Then you will start saying that भाई bore हो गए. Then new, new, new. Just like bedroom or let's say drawing room. How do you put furniture there? After a few days, around Diwali, you try to shift. Pehle sofas were like this. Then you will say that next time you will move sofas here. ठीक है? Then next time again this. Then next time again this. Because there is only few ways you can put sofa in the room. Same thing. It won't make sense now. We will go on in this detail. ठीक है? So welfare state will come. You are helping people, distributing money, but obviously it will bankrupt you. So you will need to find a way to stop giving away money, giving away free benefits, free health, free education. How do you do that? You start introducing new philosophy, new ideology, and then We see coming of new liberalism. Why are we call it new liberalism? Because understand what were this? This was also liberalism, but वो तो सब लोग pig philosophy. Everyone was saying that it is pig philosophy. Now you cannot say liberalism, so new liberalism, New Delhi, Delhi. Nobody wants to live in Delhi. Everybody wants to live in New Delhi. Delhi was राजाओं मुगल वगैरह ठीक है. It is not a very good place to live. Too much crime, too much poverty से लेकर let's say infrastructure and lot of bheed, crowd, populated place. New Delhi, very beautifully built, new place. New kings live here only. New kings. Modi, Lutins, part of New Delhi, not Delhi. Delhi is like Shahjahabad, Siri. These are Delhi. Chandni Chowk also, Delhi, old Delhi. Then you will say that, bhai, obviously you have stopped giving education, health, matlab social services because your expenditure was not being settled by your income. Now now there is a need कि भाई it is not our fault that we are not able to provide it. Actually, you should be providing it yourself. ठीक है? Why? See, you will say that by we will only one nation will create only cloth. So we will not create cloth. We will just import cloth because they can create cloth very cheaply. What we will create? If I am USA, I will create high-end technology. Let's say internet, GPS, defense, security. I will do this. So everybody is being very very specialized. You are calling it globalization. Now, why this is important, globalization? Because I am being specialized now. I am selling defense equipment, I am selling GPS, I am giving you the platform of internet where any nation can build their companies. Obviously, I will be in better advantage because I have the best internet access here. Most companies that will ever be something greater than nation, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, all mine, Amazon. But bhaiya, China has used this technology or this platform to build itself greater and greater and greater. Now you are scared. Now you are saying, Are chodo, we do not want. See, if you are, let's say, if I am teaching you, it would be better for me na, if more student can get access to me. Similarly, it is both ways. I am also benefiting, students are also benefiting, I hope. If more can be, it would be better. What I want is more, more. So, what would be my need if I want to sell defense? I want to sell high-end technology, these services. I would want that every nation also do it like that. That you also master one quality and start providing that. India after 92 only you have become na IT sector hub, providing IT services all over the world because now you can globalize. But globalization require that people move from here and there. Lot of your cultural issues will develop. You will start feeling threatened, like in Assam. What is the issue? Why are people threatened? कि भैया we were all Hindus. अचानक से so many Muslims are now settling nearby. It is not about that. It is that it is a Hindu place. How come so many Muslims are here? And that too not from India, from Bangladesh. Whether it is true or not, it does not matter. That feeling will always be there. Maharashtra, Bihar. Why are so many Biharis living in Maharashtra? They have an issue. See, everybody wants to stay or roam in homogeneous people. I can talk to only a person who is, let's say, talking about issues and, let's say, talking about ideas, not people. Those who are talking about people, gossiping, it becomes boring for me. Okay, so I also want people like me. Now let's say if everybody around me is just gossiping kind, I will get bored. I would not want that to happen. Same thing they have. So what now? The trend is deglobalization. कि भाई बहुत हुआ globalization. But obviously we have just started to reap the benefit of globalization. So obviously we would be for globalization. भैया तुमने तो बेच लिया सिक्योरिटी, तुमने बेच लिया डिफेंस, तुमने बेच लिया जीपीएस गूगल सब. हमारी बारी अब है ना. वी एंड चाइना. तो हम क्यों बोलेंगे ग्लोबलाइजेशन बेकार है. सो वी विल से ग्लोबलाइजेशन 2.0. ठीक है. नाउ हमारी बारी. नाउ वी विल यूज these this platform economy. Opde maybe if you see platform economy, platform where good educators are there. You students, you have a need, you have knowledge, you have given exams, you have written mains, you have been longer in this game, so you are helping with using this base as a platform. Base economy. Uber, you have cars, you can drive. People who want to go from here and there meet, use. Everybody is happy. Problem solving. Problem solving attitude. But this problem solving attitude requires one thing, that is opportunity, which is there. What it requires is capacity. You should have a capacity to use this opportunity. If nobody has written UPSC exam, then this opportunity will not be there. Nobody can use this opportunity. Network is not there, good leadership is not there, then this will not be there. But we have good leadership, good network, good resource pool. ठीक है. Like Ramesh sir has I think written two three mains. ठीक है. So good resource pool. You get what I'm saying. Capacity is important, then only you can utilize the opportunity. Now lot of things will impact this capacity. First thing is your demographics. If you are a nation of young people, 70% less than 35 age, then what should be your prime goal? Education by. If 70% means like 80 lakh people are 35 age के नीचे, if all 80 lakh people are let's say rickshaw drivers, ठीक है, if all 80 lakh are rickshaw driver, how would you reach $5 trillion? So what you need to make ensure is some use the opportunities of IT sector, some doctors, some Uber requirement is will also be there. Some become teacher, some become civil engineer, some become civil servant, some come in security, police establishment, army, some in research. Then only wholesome development will be there. I cannot give you just rice and not dal. What will you do? ठीक है. But in parties we see that bhai Shahi Paneer is also there. Dal is also there. Variety, tadka. Tadka dal is there. Makhni dal is there. ठीक है. रोटी में वैरायटी दाल के साथ नान, चूर चूर नान. अरे क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं, छोड़ो. ठीक है. Point is, you understand this thing. If you do this, Then we see that there are other ideologies also, let's say fascism, or let's say conservatism. Now, where do they emerge? They will emerge in crisis. You need to see why Hitler wala concept. We have done now so many things that it will be easy for you to understand. Hitler will emerge only in crisis after World War One. People are having no confidence. Their attitude is like, अरे यार सब कुछ हमारे साथ ही हो रहा है. Then somebody is giving you hope. Hope is a very powerful thing. ठीक है. Hope is very powerful thing. It is like a superhero. Hope. But the thing is, what actually is its superpower? It does not know. Nobody know what actually is this. But you know, it is very powerful. What actually is the power? We don't know. But we see the impact of World War II solely because of one person. So भैया होप की वजह से ही आया था वो. Now हमारी hope, obviously, what can we do? So this is a little bit on right side. Right means basically more status quo maintaining. Chalo, we will do that also later. So I will try to go over liberalism. So what we have to do in ideology is basically see whatever I did till now was just to make a picture in your head, macro view. Let's try to understand ideologies. The ideologies that we have to understand are liberalism, forever and forever. You just understand liberalism has linkages with capitalism. Capitalism तो मतलब obviously property and wealth. ठीक है. So you need to make sure ideology क्या है कि if I am the CEO, how do I make sure that other people who are working for me keeps on working for me? This is the thing. Obviously, the power, state power. How will you get state power? What will you want in liberal societies? See, if you are CEO, you know that you are rich, rich as hell. So you would want कि भाई democracy हो. Democracy होगी तो people will be voting. मतलब it is all about number game. जिसके नंबर ज़्यादा वो जीत गया. जीतेगा कौन? Whose campaign will be the best? Campaign कब होगा best? जब you have money. I will provide money, so I get political power. Trump, a billionaire. It is all about marketing. Campaign means marketing. I am marketing myself. Please vote for me. Now I will market as well as I will make you believe in what I believe कि हाँ भाई यही सही है. मोदी, he made everyone believe कि भैया राहुल is पप्पू. ठीक है. टीनो फैक्टर. There is no one else. है कौन? Raj Thakre's words. Who else is there? So nobody else was there because you laid forward in everybody's mind that he is a pappu. ठीक है. You have literally declared that he will not clear pre. अरे भैया, he has not even started preparation. He has not even thought of writing UPSC. How do you know that he will? Chalo, anyway, does not matter. So liberalism, then we will see obviously what will come. Liberalism will be laying forward this key theory, and liberalism will live in the mind of these people because they will see कि अरे हम भी we can also become CEO. ठीक है. So they will also feel like that, both in, let's say, alignment. Now who will contradict it? Obviously your socialism. Socialism will be saying that bhai, too much, this is too much, not humane, and making liberalism or capitalism humane We can't forget Marxism. This is ideology. This helps mostly in making capitalism more humane. ठीक है. Now socialism is not a new phenomena. ठीक है. Nor is technically communism. Marxist socialism, Marxist communism is different. So we will go through that also. Then, then what we will going to see? Fascism, and one question always come from this: feminism, because obviously one question, one only thing is there about women, feminism. So one question always come. ठीक है. That's it. इसमें कुछ है नहीं और ज़्यादा. तो I guess with that being clear, you know how we will progress. Liberalism also, four kinds, not kinds, but basically times. Classical, obviously, when industrial revolution will start, industry will start with modern time. So obviously, nobody is a capitalist right now. The top of the society is nobles and aristocrats. Who is the lower rung? Middle class. But they have now seen, they are seeing a way कि भाई we can establish factory and then become rich. We can easily replace them. So classical liberalism is about property rights, human being at the center. ठीक है. God is not important. Man is the center of the world. Man is not for God. God is for man. ठीक है. Everything is for man. Man is rational. Rational man only will get property. ठीक है. Nobody needs to give me guidance or direction. I know what I'm good at. ठीक है. These kind of things, middle class. So classical liberalism, middle class philosophy, we'll see that. Then we will move forward. Some changes will occur in liberalism. What changes can come? We will try to see those changes. We'll see how Bentham will come, how utility will surpass liberal value. Liberal value is man, utility is about stuff. गाड़ी दो, घोड़ा दो, घर दो. ठीक है. Nobody is yet talking about any rights, natural rights we have to talk about. ठीक है. So we will see this whole journey, how it moves, how it transits, how it transitions. ठीक है. Now if that is okay, I think I should be. How many classes do I need to give in this? I can do it in one, I can do it in 10. But how do I do this? So the best way would be that liberalism and socialism I'll try to do together. But okay, these three together. Why? Because this is one and these are in, let's say, kind of opposite to them. Liberal values. There will always be types of liberalism or socialism which will have good things of both. Like my personal favorite is that Fabian one. But how do I, why should I influence your thought? ठीक है. Now your thinkers are not over. We are going to see, not in that much depth and detail, just like what were some important terms, and not more are there. Let's say if Hayek or let's say Milton Friedman, some will come for very few seconds. We will try to discuss them. ठीक है. These arrows, I hope you understand. Classical के बाद same liberalism will change. It will keep on changing. See, ये let's say 1600 चल रहा है तो यहाँ पे चल रहा है 2000. things will keep on changing with time. If people are saying that it is Pig's philosophy, तो फिर what will happen? You will say social liberalism, social values you will try to include. Then you will say no, फिर से we want so new liberalism. Then you will say modern. ठीक है? It will keep on moving. Currently also we are going towards a existential world where there is no God. Like Nietzsche says, God is dead. So we'll try to do that. No, these orders are not right. So don't do. ठीक है, so I guess we will begin next time. I hope you know what we are going to do in ideology. And also understand one thing. I am supposed to